Happy Monday, happy Monday. Forrest out in St. Louis just got off an absolutely awesome team training call. Cool. You know you've got a lot going on when you've got your team showing up, hanging out for an hour and 45 minutes, just glued to the training, which was just absolutely off the chain tonight. So absolutely cool deal. Every Monday night, our team does a master millionaire mindset training call, and just had some just very practical stuff tonight that was very cool. Got a lot of questions answered, especially for a lot of the new people. So expect to see a lot of good stuff going on over the next couple of weeks heading into 2021. So totally excited. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Forrest Knight. I'm a social media marketing strategist. I love helping people succeed online. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be a legacy creator. I hope you are too. So what I want to talk about here really quick is the flow to the close. And simply what that means is, what do you say next? What's the next logical step in the process of moving somebody towards the closing process? Now, I'm talking about specifically in network marketing, because a lot of times network marketing is a little bit different animal when you are talking to different sides of that. Now, customers are customers. For example, whether you're selling somebody a car, clothes, hats, a boat, a house, a product through network marketing. Now, of course, the higher ticket items might take a little bit longer to close, like when you're selling a house. There's legal stuff you have to go through, and underwriting and loans and paperwork and that kind of stuff. Same thing with a car, furniture, things like that are probably closer to, you're selling somebody a $200 couch or $500 couch. It's probably the same thing, that probably the same process as selling somebody, a $500 fitness package through a network marketing company. So it just depends on what you're doing in that process. Your closing flow is going to be the same, right? You're going to pique their interest. You're going to ask them questions. You're going to tailor the product around what their needs are and how it's going to benefit them, and you're going to move to the close on the customer side. But on the difference in network marketing is, if you go out for a job interview, right, you're going to put your application out there, and you're going to do your resume, and you're going to go sit down, and you're going to tell a bunch of fluff around why the person should hire you, and they're going to grill you a little bit, and you'll figure out whether or not you want to be a fit, and they'll go through that, and you'll do your drug test, and you'll get started, and you'll figure out, if you're going to be able to sell something or not. Well, network marketing is a little bit different in the flow, because especially for those of us that do what we call cold prospecting. In other words, we're reaching out to people, asking them if they would like to take a look at an opportunity that helps me earn an income online, right? And if they say yes, we get into what we call the presentation funnel, at least what I call the presentation funnel. In other words, if they say yes, I'm going to send them some information, and how I present that information in that flow is very critical in how we present that. Because remember, only 2% of the people that you do a presentation to, especially on the business side, are going to sign up on the very first presentation. You might have to roll them into a longer presentation, get them in a three-way call, get them in a video conference, get them in a team group. They need to make an educated decision if they're going to come on as a business partner, because you want them to have as much information as they possibly can to make a good decision to move forward, right? So we want to make sure that we roll through that flow the right way. It's how do we present that to them? What do we say to them? How do we move on? What do we have a real good understanding of exactly what our product does for the end user, not what it is. Nobody cares that it's Bitcoin or ketones, right? They want to know what Bitcoin and ketones are going to do for them, right? They need to know how's it going to make me feel? What kind of result is it going to give? Is it truly going to help me make money? If it's going to help me make money, how is it going to help me make money? What's the process? So you need to give them enough information so that logically it connects. So you're talking to a red, a yellow, blue, or green, and their personality, and that all has a lot to do with how you put that personality together. You want to get right to the point with somebody that's a red. It's, how does this work? How do I make money? How fast is it going to go? Maybe a yellow, you want to dance around the edges like this. How's this going to make you feel? Do you see yourself enjoying this? Maybe you're moving into the blue side. This is a lot of fun. You can help people do this. You can help people make money. And then, of course, you get into the greens who just want all the information. They may take a little bit longer because you need to give them all the information so that they can digest what they need to digest to make a close, right? So when you go through that process, How are you presenting that? Now, here's the catch. Here's the catch to social media side of this, right? The catch to this is it's really easy to sit down in old school network marketing. You always sat down in front of somebody, whether you were taking them to a meeting, the old Amway style, where everybody met on Thursday nights in your suit and ties, and you went in a room and everybody sat up, and there was this whole dynamic going on, and you introduced them to everybody, and there was a lot of energy in the room. Well, building online, it's a little bit different process. And when you're sitting down with somebody, right, you're going to bring them in, you're going to zoom them in, or I do a StreamYard here, and I'm going to bring them in, and I'm going to do the presentation right over here to the side of my screen, right? It's going to be me and them on the screen, so I can let them watch the presentation while I'm there. I'm going to edify that presentation before I jump into that presentation. I'm going to say, what does this presentation going to do for you? This presentation has added 30,000 new customers to our business, has generated $74,000 in income, whatever that number is in the last X amount of time, or it's helped me bring on 1,800 customers in the last 15, whatever that's done in terms of why they should watch, what's of value in this. Is sort of like putting that presentation, like putting them in front of the room in the old school where you had the diamond or the upline leader, the successful person in front of the room, is why do you need to listen to this person, right? So they're going to watch their presentation. At the end of the presentation, you're going to have questions. The first question is going to be, what you like most about what you saw? And what kind of additional questions do you have? They're always going to have questions, because if they're watching a 15-minute presentation and they can absorb all of it and they can comprehend all of it, that's going to be wild. They're going to see different parts based on what's going on in their brain, right? What they think. They may hear a word that may trigger this, they may skip something in the middle. They may be looking at it, but they may be thinking about something else while they're watching the presentation, because something may have triggered them to go off. So they may skip an entire part of the presentation. They'll come back and ask a question. You're like, I wonder if they actually watched it. So you answer the question, you move them on to the next logical step would be, well, it sounds to me like you need to get a little bit more information, right? So you get them maybe to a longer presentation, maybe get them on a 3-way call, maybe get them into a team training, maybe move them over to a Facebook group, whatever it is. There's a logical flow to this. People are not going to simply close because you send them a video presentation link. If they do, it's because they've already been watching, they've been following, they've looked at this information, and maybe you're the 15th person that's presented to them. So they've done their research. They've been all in the Googling it, looking at it. So maybe somebody threw them a link 6 months ago and never followed up with them, and they dropped the ball. And these people are like, man, I can't remember who reached out to me, but I'm going to follow up. And they start Googling it, and they start doing this, and they start looking at some information, and they figure out, wow, this is something I want to do. Then all of a sudden you pop up in their inbox, right, with the same company, and go, wow, that's pretty cool. And then you get to know them. You build a little bit of rapport on that video conference, as well as you ask them why, before you do the presentation, why are you interested, or why are you open to taking a look into earning some extra money on the side as a side hustle? So very, very important that that you map out that call flow, that anything from the presentation to the close, right? And the close doesn't necessarily mean at that time you're closing them into a customer or into a teammate. You might be closing them into the next event. You might be moving them to the next presentation, the next overview, the next team call, the next 3-way call. You're moving them to the next logical step to make sure that they have all the information that they need, or at least enough to make a very good educated decision on why they should come on board your team, because you definitely want people on board your team that are going to fit inside your culture, right? They may not do anything, but you want to also give them a logical process to show them how easy it is, and what I call it the 4 simple steps of how you can build a business with 4 simple steps. Now there's some mindset stuff, and there's some training, and there's some closing stuff that you need to know, but there are basic 4 simple steps to building a business online. In between those steps, there's some other stuff that has to happen, but basically there's 4 steps to building an online business, if that's something that you want to do. So if you'd like to know what those simple 4 steps are, shoot me a private message. I'll give you exactly what they are. If you're looking for a business opportunity, you're open, I'll let you take a look at mine. Shoot me a private message. I'll get that to you as well. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Make sure you understand the process, and you'll have a lot of success. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be a legacy creator. I hope you are too. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.